Okay, and we're back for episode 18, I think.
Is it? Yeah.
Is it 18?
I never thought I'd see 18 years of age.
Oh my... I believe that.
I never
Oh,
thought.
I forgot. Are you ready? Welcome back to Folk in Scotland. Scotland's greatest, most influential, best looking podcast.
It's as influential as Andy Roxburgh. That's a football reference.
I don't understand that.
A failed Scotland manager.
Oh, I should have faded that out a bit more.
It was like dropping off a cliff edge into a slurry pit.
I didn't do that one well.
You ever see those guys that go into the slurry pits and die? Can they get gassed?
Yeah.
What a way to go.
But you don't know, do you? You just sort of...
Poisonous
I'll have a wee.
feces. I watched a thing about fatbergs in the London sewer system.
I can't look at it. I can't. It makes me sick as anything.
It's like a big lasagna.
Yeah.
And they have to cut it apart, but they go down. You're not allowed budgies now for the gas, so they have like gas meters.
Mm-hmm.
But the brickwork in these sewers is magnificent.
It is
Magnificent. But they were designed before sanitary products. Sanitary.
You know what I love?
Moist wipes.
In the underground, no, the subway, is it? Subway in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You go past lots of stations that aren't used.
Oh yeah.
And it's just they're just stopped in time. They're frozen, and they're like from the 50s or something. It's absolutely beautiful.
People still waiting on a train.
Still waiting.
There's I think it's the same things in London Underground. There's Churchill's war rooms down there.
That's right. Yeah.
So you could know we've spoken about this before. Behind the scenes is fascinating. You can go behind the scenes, behind the hidden little door, things you don't notice. In
New York, there's a lot of misdirection.
Is there?
Do you know when you see on old films and they would be down the alleyways between buildings, and it was all the fire escapes? Well, you don't see them now.
Yeah. Because
they put fake buildings in front of them and they're huge gates, but they've got windows and doors and they look like a building.
Well,
but it's
listen.
It's amazing.
I sourced my information from podcasts.
Of course, the best way. That's what people are learning from us.
But the kind of the cliched thing on New York is the alleyway. Ken, where the prostitute gets murdered.
All gone.
They didn't really exist.
Did they not?
New York's not a place for those little backy bits. There's one or two. It keeps getting used. Ken, the Starsky and Hutch would drive.
Because they do look cool.
Yeah, Starsky and Hutch would drive down and be a person who'd walk in, two guys with a sheet of glass.
Yeah.
A stack
lots of cardboard.
Fruit stand. And people kind of run out of the way. Yeah. No, I don't think they do, but
they're like 6 stories tall.
Yeah.
They look like real buildings.
Yeah,
and they're just big gates that open up for trucks to go in and to do deliveries.
I don't like it. Came when there's fake windows.
Oh, I've got them on my house.
Jesus,
because it's on the Queen's Route or King's Route, whatever it's called. And they made all the houses look like they had more windows.
Okay, are they painted up to look like they've kinda...
No, mine's are all the windows are out of them, so it's just the brick, the stonework.
Because there was a glass. Was it not a glass tax?
I'm not sure.
Well, I've got some issues.
Because there was that's daylight robbery comes from that, isn't it? Yeah. If you went above a certain level and your windows were bigger, right, you got taxed on them. And
looking out your window.
That's where daylight robbery came from.
Okay.
So if you go above certain floors, all the windows got smaller and smaller, and that's what it is.
Right. Okay.
Daylight robbery.
Well,
I probably made that up. It sounds about right.
It sounds plausible. It's like Ring a Ring of Roses has got nothing to do with the bubonic plague.
Yes, that's that. Yeah.
The Prince Charles has got a vanity project down in England. Is it called Poundbury? It's like, well, he doesn't believe in modernity, which is a good idea if you're a royal.
That works right fine for you.
I don't like that modernity. Okay, the guillotine's quite modern, but he built this little town. It's like his little toy town. You and I would play with a little Lego set, you know. Yes. He has a village full of actual people, but he'd build brand new old buildings,
right,
which would have on them fake windows. And it would give the house like a kind of a narrative, like it'd been around for a long time and a window had been bricked up, but it was all bollocks.
I'm going to say something, and it might be controversial, but he's a bit of a cunt.
I don't think anybody would really argue. He was ahead of the game as far as vegetables. You like to talk to vegetables? Yeah. Other than that, he's a cat. He's a scratchy cat. He's a tomcat. He's just going about.
I think so.
I think he's having an affair. Camilla's not the end of his ambitions.
Oh my God, no.
She's
just a second mum.
I used to think Princess Di was a bit ropey looking.
I didn't get it.
She
had a sort of flounder look to her.
Did they not
where
see
her face was on one side?
I think she was backlit one day and they saw her camel toe.
Oh.
And that was about it. The British press frothed itself into a frothing frenzy.
I imagine they did it that. But I found out that because he's something of Cornwall, Prince Charles, I don't know what it is.
The Duchy of Cornwall.
Something like that. Well, if someone dies there and they don't have a will,
he gets access.
Does
he?
He gets it.
Does he get first dibs on the corpse? He gets to spend the last night. Yeah.
Jimmy Savile was very close to them.
Sir Jimmy Savile.
He, when his marriage was breaking down to Diana,
Jimmy Savile was married.
Jimmy Savile. He was the in between guy.
Oh my God!
Talking to them and trying to get them back together, or Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
Isn't that mad?
Sir Jimmy Savile.
I'm sorry.
You need to say.
I don't want to take away his importance. The rings he had on his fingers were the eyes. Glass eyes he stole off a corpse.
He had a ring like a Beastmaster.
Beastmaster, yeah. Hey, listen. I went to see Beastmaster when I was, how old would I be? 11 or something? And I went to see it at Victoria Cinema on Victoria Road, and a classical cinema. It was filthy, but it was great. And I went in and I sat down and I was blown away by it. But there was one moment in that film, and I think you know what it is, with Tanya Roberts coming out the water.
Yeah, she does, Tanya. A redhead. He was a thinking man's Conan the Barbarian, the Beastmaster. Did he have a name, or was he just the Beastmaster?
Jim.
It
was, but Mark Singer, who, the greatest actor ever. Now, you may have seen V when you were a kid.
Well, V, yeah.
Have you watched it recently?
It doesn't age well.
The quality of his acting, it's incredible.
His sister is Laurie Singer, who was in Fame. Yeah, but no,
they look very similar. Actually.
Yeah, they do. V was like a water cooler moment, you could say. Everybody watched V at the time.
Loved it.
Every member of Britain the following day at work at school, you all talked about it.
V. Yeah,
there was the baby.
Oh yeah,
the green baby. That's like a Dundee maternity ward, day in day out. That's a regular Tuesday. But then there was the one with the snake tongue.
But
it's got my favourite. It was a guinea pig, wasn't it?
Wasn't it a guinea pig? Well,
Diana.
That was Diana.
But she had a deep voice.
She was older.
Shoulder pads.
Oh my word!
What's his name? Freddy Krueger was in it.
He played Willie.
He was,
and Michael Ironside was in it.
Michael Ironside's my favourite actor.
Well, if you look at him in that, he's in his 20s.
Gee whiz. I had a bit of a Twitter spat with a person who said that Michael Ironside was a bit part actor.
Jesus Christ, I'd go mad.
If that person lived nearby me, I'd have paid his house a visit. Fuck him. Michael Ironside, he's in Scanners.
Oh, he's great in Scanners.
Holy shit.
See, as an actor, right, I could never be an actor.
No, you could. Acting's horse shit.
I understand that, but I couldn't, because here's why. And this is why Michael Ironside is at the opposite end of my scale. Because
sexiness.
He's got that comb over that just keeps going. But in Scanners, Cronenberg says to him, I want you to sit there and use all your power and emote brainwaves. He emoted brainwaves in that where you believed he blew that guy's head up.
Well, my face was like when I'm having a shite.
Yes.
The neck muscles.
If I had to do it, I'd sit there and I'd go, listen, that's fucking stupid. I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not doing it.
Acting's me.
Have you seen behind the scenes of like some Superman where Henry Cavill is standing, there's people behind him in green suits.
Taking a moment.
It's just, no.
The thing
what's my motivation?
I'm not a fan of pantomime. I don't like pantomimes. But pantomime sums up acting. It's nonsense.
It is nonsense.
I hate those fuckers that think it's method. Can you get a few actors together?
I hate method.
The craft.
Yeah.
Acting is the least important part of a film.
I agree.
Everything else is more. You could fuck it. You get an actor. You go down to Dundee bus station and find an actor. Rubbish.
Jared Leto. He was method when he was playing the Joker.
Did he?
And he was sending, I don't know, boxes of shit to his.
No, that's Ozzy Osbourne.
I would go method as well. I would say, I've got a fucking brick.
Aye.
And as method, I'm coming back at you and smashing your fucking skull in. I couldn't take that.
The Captain Birdseye method.
Absolutely.
I'm always suspicious of Captain Birdseye. He was on that boat. There
All
wasn't
those
a
kids.
There wasn't a Mrs. Birdseye.
You couldn't get that boat these days.
No, but he'd have sexied him up. He looks like a Swedish knitwear model now. Have you seen him?
No.
He's a man that's probably young. Captain Birdseye's younger than you and I.
Oh my god. I'll tell you what, at the moment, everyone's younger than me.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I've hit that point in my life.
I love a fish finger. But
what?
no, I love a fish finger. But cod. It's MPs are younger than me.
Yeah.
Police officers, doctors, librarians.
There's a police station right where I live.
The only people older than me is old folk in a home.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's getting depressing.
And some of them look quite active.
The police station across from me.
Uh-huh.
There's a girl who's just started work there as a
18.
cop. My mum does Girls' Brigade and stuff like that. I swear to you, it was about 3 years ago I saw her in her Girls' Brigade uniform and my mum lining them up to get them in the place, and now she's a cop.
That's really
she always waves. She's dead nice.
That's really embarrassing.
But I'm like, oh jeez.
We've got to that stage now you're invisible. People will start calling you Grandad. The first time somebody says, no, you go into the bus first, Grandad, I think I'd go home and just kill myself. But I'd be so feeble I wouldn't manage. You wouldn't, because I'm a bit shaky. If I was going to hang myself, I'm a bit shaky to climb on top of a chair.
You'd have to do an Epstein. Do it from your knees.
I'd put my head in the oven, but you can't kill yourself with oven gas anymore.
No.
You just hang yourself on the back of a door handle. I do that anyway, but it's a sex thing.
Oh god. The
secret's to set an egg timer so you know when to release the knot at your throat.
I knew a girl once. And she had I went to her house and it was in a multi, and there was a really heavy duty eyelet in the roof.
Okay.
And I was like, oh aye, stuff like that. And I really thought, okay, she's really. And then some of the things she said, I thought, oh, here we go, right, okay, and stuff like that. It wasn't. It was just for one of those nice sort of basket seats that would hang there.
Macrame.
Yeah, I thought it was in for
but you've got some macrame.
I've got macrame.
That's macrame in here.
That's macrame. Yeah, holding my plants
My
up.
mum was mad for her macrame at one stage. Can you have the yucca plants?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yucca?
I don't know. I got that from Suzanne along the corridor.
Yeah, that's a yucca.
Is it?
The ones I found really disturbing. It was a piece of chipboard with little nails, tacks on it, and then silver rope, silver thread.
That was huge in the 70s.
Massive thing.
These bizarre vaginal-looking things.
Yeah.
Or occasionally a yacht.
Yep, a yacht. Yep, or a camel. I saw one as a camel. We had electric fire, but above it was a beaten copper fire hood. There was no lump.
Yes, I had that.
What was that fucking shit about?
I think that's still popular with a lot of people.
Do people still have that?
Yeah.
But I remember going to, when I was a kid, going to my mum and dad's friend's house. They all had them as well.
Yeah.
Was it a sex cult?
Must have been.
Oh god, I feel sorry for them. My mum and dad had some really ugly friends. Just ugly people. You know what I mean?
I think in the 70s all that thing was much more.
I don't know how this.
I think they've all done it.
I don't know how people managed to have sex in the 70s. The species should have come to an end. Flares, orange, pistachio, like toilet furniture.
I've still got that. Now listen, that's and it was fitted in the 80s. Yeah.
You're looking at your wife in the bath and she's surrounded by pistachio. You're like,
that works for me. I love it.
I'm not in the mood. Or a peach.
The peach. I draw the line at because it just looks dirty white. It's like you've never cleaned it. But the pistachio, I'm stuck with it. I think mine comes under avocado actually.
Avocado. Furniture. Is it called furniture? Toilet furniture. Should be brown.
Oh no.
Brown toilet furniture.
I think you did get that for a while, but it was under chocolate.
Have you noticed about feces, human feces?
Here we go.
It's like a...
How long are we in? 14 minutes, well done.
Plasticine. You remember your granny would give you a plasticine set so you'd all the colours of the rainbow. Well, when you played with it long enough, it just became a shitey brown.
Oh.
Is food the same? So you could eat
you know what, it probably is, yeah.
So you could eat maybe a strawberry. You could eat an avocado. Because
there's some things that don't mix. And
the colours. Is a default setting of all existence brown. You get a brown star, don't you? A brown dwarf.
You certainly get a brown star.
The brown star of India. The the centre of the universe is brown. That's what I'm suggesting. It's not like a celestial white, kind of one of that crisp blue white lights.
Oh, I would have said that with
it's
rainbow colours and stuff like
brown.
No, brown.
Just like a brown, like an old Ford Cortina.
Oh, now listen.
An Austin Allegro.
If I could get a Cortina in brown, I'd love that.
Yeah,
I'd adore that.
What's the furthest out humanity's got to? Is it Voyager?
Yes.
Where is that now?
It's still in this hot area. They're calling it outside the.
Is it sending back signals?
Yeah, it's still
That's
working.
Impressive.
It's incredibly good when you
Voyager.
think of the technology that's in it.
They would have called it satellite face now. That's the only time I've seen David Attenborough genuinely annoyed.
Yeah.
Boaty McBoatface.
McBoatface.
He was annoyed about that. I think he's a bit sick. I don't think David Attenborough likes humanity. He keeps going on about there's too many of us.
You get a lot of that. When some men, the majority, get older,
they don't want to see. Yeah.
They start siding with a more fascistic kind of.
Yeah, we need to cull the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
I suspect David Attenborough's family will not be part of the cull.
It usually works that
it's
way.
It's never the elite who get to be
Well,
culled.
this is when I
it's
heard
you or me.
It was Stephen Fry. He believes.
Does he believe in a cull?
Well, he believes in spreading the wealth. A very
handy.
Communist. Yeah, but I thought, well, let's start with you. No, hold on. Everyone else's wealth. And it's just another millionaire.
Because he, in his mind, he'll feel he's quite poor. Because there's ultra rich.
Yeah, he probably hangs around with people that have money that we can't even imagine.
Oh, the kind of money, Jeff Bezos.
Well, I saw Jeff Bezos the other week, and he was sitting in something with his new girlfriend, and I'm so poor, I didn't even know what he was sitting in, but it was very well furnished. I couldn't tell if it was a van, a car, a plane. I don't know.
A submarine.
Oh my God, that's where money goes. People think it goes into space, but if you've got money, you've got your own submarine.
You're building a bunker.
Oh, I'd love a bunker.
Would you want to survive in a bunker?
I've got notes here.
Okay.
And this leads me on to my notes.
Oh, please.
Now, I love the internet. I love technology.
I'm scared of it myself.
I love, as you see, I love anything technology. But there's a part of me that wants to go all Unabomber.
Okay.
And live in a cabin in the woods with no electricity.
A log cabin you've cut down yourself.
There's a book over there that one of my neighbours along here, Cabin Porn, and it's just pictures of cabins. And some of the modern ones that are very Scandinavian I don't like.
No, just with a typewriter.
But yeah, just the same line over and over again.
Your manifesto would be horrific.
Oh, my manifesto.
God,
Curly whirlies for all. It would be incredible. I would love that. And it's just you, and you're out there. And there's the sound of the wind in the trees. There's nothing.
The Unabomber. Is he still alive?
I think he is.
Yeah, it would be an Amazon delivery driver that would drop off your bomb that was going to kill you.
Oh. That's
it would be the end of a long day.
Send it by Amazon drone.
It will happen.
The first civilian drone strikes through Amazon. I could see that.
Yeah. They were speaking about delivering takeaways in Dundee. It never happened. Never got off the ground. I was disappointed.
Oh.
Can't imagine just it landing in your garden just like a
It would never work. It would never work.
No, I think it's
A dog would attack it on its first day.
Yeah.
Someone get hit in the face by it.
One of those robots can they trundle about.
Yeah.
I would if I had to get out of the way of a robot, I'd give it a right boot, would you? If you're walking up the street.
Wasn't there a robot, I think, in London or something, and someone was getting mugged, and a member of the public saw this, and it ran to it, right? And it told them that there's nothing to worry about, turned around and moved away singing. Oh. So I think...
Did it detonate itself?
That would have been great. There's a place opened up across from the post office in the town here, and there's 3 robots that meet you when you go in.
Oh, no. It's not robots, it's little people inside. Kenny Baker's still alive.
Kenny Baker.
Yeah, I love Kenny Baker. He hated C-3PO.
I love the hate they had between each other. It was amazing.
Well, that C-3PO arsehole thinks he's a great actor.
He's a prick.
He's a prize.
He's an absolute arsehole. Yeah.
Dickhead. Is he done now?
I think that's his final C-3PO.
Did they destroy that bloody robot?
No, he's still going.
Fuck.
They wiped his memory, spoilers, it's shit. He wiped his memory
done
and
that
then gave it back a
before.
bit.
They've done that before.
So
They don't like.
rubbish.
They're quite dismissive of robots in that series.
Series. Well, they always go, oh, I'm really glad to see you. It's really great. Wipe his fucking memory.
Wipe that fucker's memory.
I think it represents, well, obviously it does represent in the first one racism. We don't serve their kind in here and all this sort of thing. But now,
I thought it was Alec McGuinness they weren't serving.
Alec McGuinness.
Alec McGuinness. Alec McGuinness. Alec McGuinness.
No, it was the robots.
Oh, I
because
thought it was him.
apparently the guy behind the bar's parents were killed by robots.
Oh,
in the Clone Wars
I think they're being dubious of his twink older man relationship.
Oh, he got into the young one quick, didn't he?
The scenes in that first film, because he'd been in that cave just with the sand people.
Because poor Mark Hamill, he saw his parents killed and he was radicalised into a religion.
Aye.
And then he went on a mission to blow up hundreds of thousands of people, innocent people. It doesn't matter if you're working for the Empire or not. They just went in, cleaned the toilets, killed them all.
Slaughter.
Radicalised, I believe it's called now.
Well, people have been sucked out into space probably. Ken, the Death Star and depressurised. Ken, when you go out in your arse, like a
turn inside out. Human wet tail, I believe.
Human wet tail, yeah. Your dad puts you down, Ken, buries you in the garden. Oh, your notes. Let's see.
Yeah. So
it's beautiful.
I've realised,
beautiful copper plate handwriting.
I have trouble writing.
It's like a journal.
But all my best moments in life are from being isolated in the woods.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love camping, bivvying. Just pull this bag over yourself, drive in rain, and you just sleep. Oh, it's amazing. I was attacked by a goose quite severely.
Right, okay. They're an aggressive art. They use them as guard dogs in the distilleries up north. Because a dog will give up.
Yeah.
A goose will never give up.
A goose has teeth on its tongue. If you ever see a goose screaming, it's the most terrifying thing. See, because the thing is, I was with my friends, and I went for a shit in the sand dunes. And it was that weird summer blue. It doesn't get dark here. Mm-hmm. So it was always twilight sort of thing. And in the distance I saw this shimmering white figure. And I thought, what's that? But just in case, I'll move up the sand dunes. Mm-hmm. And as it did, it moved with me.
Oh my God.
Oh, what is that? Mm-hmm. So I moved down again. Then it moved down. And it split into two. And I went, what? I couldn't make it out.
Like a mirage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I moved up again. And it moved. And it was getting closer and closer. So I moved down a final time. I thought, fuck, I'm not going up there. But there was all these bushes in front of me. And I was walking around and I heard pat, 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 pat. And around came this goose, white goose, wings wide open, jumped on me, beat the shit out of me, pegged me in the knee, split my knee wide open. Right? I was bleeding. I was these two geese. One just watched.
Did they think you were laying an egg?
I don't know, but it beat the shit out of me. So I went back to the fireplace. My mates go, "What kind of shit did you have? Amount of blood?" And that night, I stitched my own knee back together with dental floss.
Oh,
now I didn't know how to do stitches at this point. I still don't. Mm-hmm. I'll make an attempt. So it was really painful putting the needle through, and I'd done it right across the kneecap.
Right.
And I thought, I'll make this tight, and I pulled it tight, and I went pop, 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 pop. Pulled the whole lot out. So now I have an anus-shaped scar right on my kneecap.
Did you see the goose again? Like Jaws, it just keeps coming after you.
No, it disappeared. Never saw a goose
Did
there.
you dig a hole in the sand or just crap on top of the sand?
Well, there was another incident. The same year, when you went over, it was at Lunan Bay, when you went over, there used to be, they were all washed away, but the dunes were really tall, and then they'd go out straight for a bit and then drop down. That was all washed away in one storm. And there was walkways through it, little narrow walkways to get to the beach.
Yeah.
So you could hang over them and just let it fall. So one night I went out, dark as anything, and I poo. And it rolls and it goes, and it sort of gathers speed like a cinnamon donut.
Yeah, like it's
covered,
like a fish in Ruscaline.
That's exactly
you're rolling like a schnitzel.
That's it. So it rolls down this, and I watch it and I go,
build up momentum,
and it stops on a trainer.
Oh,
right, and on it, and I went, that's someone's foot, sort of squatting, kneeling forward in the back of their foot, and this shit just lands against it, and they didn't notice, and I tilt my head to the side slightly. There's about 40 people having a bonfire, and just at the angle I couldn't see them. So I'm there with my balls and
your
taking
arsehole.
a shit.
The light.
I couldn't stop.
No.
So I was just praying, please, just get the last one out, and then just ran.
Bolted. I was walking down on the high street in Glasgow, so Argyle Street, and I coughed, and a big goggle came out and hit this poor woman in the back of her head. She was just ahead of me, and it was a right big number, and it went onto her curly hair, and it was dangling.
Oh, gee,
I thought, what the hell am I going to do? I didn't go after, because you'd have tapped on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, madam, I've accidentally spat in the back of your head." No,
you can't do that.
I was once, it was a really hot day in Glasgow, and I smoked at the time, and I leant my arse against a municipal bin.
Yeah.
And I stood there on a boiling hot day having this fag, and I felt something puttering against the back of my legs. And I'm like, what the hell's that? And I looked, and it was a wee kid pissing. He was trying to piss into the bin, but he's pissing from one side to the other, and he pissed right down my legs. He wasn't doing it on purpose.
See, and talking of things not on purpose, in this day and age of Me Too,
right?
When I see a young lady,
walking
through Dundee City Centre, and she's wearing her leggings.
Oh, are you
no, wait, no, it's not what you think. If the label of the leggings is poking out, there's an urge in me to take my finger, just poke it back in.
Oh my
God.
God.
I would go to prison for the rest of my life.
Oh, you would. Well, with your history, you would.
Yes. But do you ever get that feeling when you see a label poking out? You just went,
no,
boop,
that's a bit OCD.
Poke it back in. I hate it.
I was working as a security guard at a big swanky thing. I don't know if I spoke about this one before. The KK ball.
The KKK ball.
The KK.
Okay.
The Kate Kennedy ball in St Andrews.
And
it's a club within a club. So
it's very, very
elite. It's a male club.
Yeah.
And each year they have a big soiree.
How did you get there?
I was working there, mate. I was
but
staff.
they had to check your history.
I put flawless. Flawless. And they had it in a big park. And people were showing up by helicopter.
Yes.
And it was people with £10,000 ball gowns. I think Kate and Wills will have went.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
But the deal with it was, you went, you paid £80, then you didn't need cash. The rest of the night it was free bevy, free food. But to make sure people didn't get into the event. That's why we were there. People were sneaking in.
Right, okay.
And they were dogs. And there was a perimeter fence and everything. It was really serious. And one of the guys says, the generator's on fire. I says, what? Oh, we're all on radios. Can the radios with the ear bits?
Yeah. Oh,
like Secret Service agents.
Professional.
Unbelievably professional. And the generator's on fire. Oh my God. Help everyone, the generator's on fire. And that was generating all the power. So we thought we'd better. So I went down. Here's the generator chucking away. And sure enough, there's what appears to be smoke coming off the generator. I think, Christ, the thing's overheating. We've got a torch. Go round to the other side of it, and here's 3 lasses in £1,000 ball gowns pishing onto the grass. And because it was a cold night, it was coming off as steam.
Class.
That was it. That was my experience of hobnobbing with upper classes.
I've
pish
spent
like
a
everyone
lot
else.
of time in St Andrews because I surf there.
Yeah.
And I've been surfing there for 27 years.
Right. Which beach do you go to?
East and West.
Okay.
My
both.
favourite is low tide, West Sands, and mainly East. The rest of the times. And I've been
it's a wonderful
there.
dune system.
I love surfing there. It's just a great place. It's not so great now because it was always rich. Now it's uber rich and people are not as friendly anymore.
The hang about. The students have set up little business. There's a Christmas. Who the fuck has a Christmas shop? 365 days a year Christmas.
Yeah, and the thing is, it has been genuinely gentrified because
completely.
everyone leaves now.
Yeah.
So all the little shops can't cope because there's no one to shop in them. All the newsagents and that, because people just come for like a couple of weeks.
Specialist shops only.
It's really strange. But so that's why they're building cheap housing in that, trying to get people back in so they can actually maintain the place.
They want plebs there to service the wealthy.
I was walking down here and parked outside here was one of those new McLaren supercars.
Was it?
Outside here. Had to be lost.
What's
stolen.
going on? Somebody stole it.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe Pat's upgraded her vehicle.
I could believe that.
Imagine Pat in a big sports car.
Jesus, it's not good. So anyway, where was it going?
Yeah,
St Andrews. So I love St Andrews. And I would go there all the time, and I used to meet students. You'd meet girls, you know, you're a surfer, you're a young guy, you'd meet girls all the time and stuff like that.
Coming out of the waves like Barrick.
Oh yeah,
Point Blank,
Point Break. Yeah, that's it.
And I had long hair.
And I was so skinny.
Oh, he's lithe.
Oh,
lithe.
I was built for speed. Not speed. I was built for standing there.
Cucumber.
Not in high winds though.
Cucumber down the front of the wetsuit.
Oh, 2 of them.
Conchichon.
But you would used to meet very wealthy girls.
Yeah.
And these girls, you were sort of, if they were rebelling a bit,
and you were more than willing to be the bit of rough.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's just.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's shocking.
But it was great fun. It was a great time.
Could you come and meet Father and be working class?
Oh no, we didn't get to meet anybody.
Oh, you were a dirty little secret.
We were a secret, always.
Dirty little secret.
It was wonderful.
Dirty little secret.
And they were all very, very posh.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one time there was a guy who used to work in the links, you know, the golf, and they would make sandwiches and that, and we'd always surf there, and he occasionally come out for a surf.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, "Come on lads, give you some sandwiches." So we'd just sit at the back. These guys come round, earpieces in, suits, American. "You fucking move, and I went, "Mate, you talk to me like that again, I'm gonna fucking stab you." Now we didn't have a knife, but with my wit, I imagine.
Yeah, witty.
And they just started shouting at us. We were just laughing.
Right.
Secret Service. It was one of a president. I don't know who. It was some president. Everyone said, "No, it's the president's there." I couldn't even remember it.
Playing golf.
I think it was Bush Senior. I think it was a long time ago. And and that was very common to have helicopters come in and people coming out, all security, and just to play golf.
Jesus.
You used to see famous people all the time. I used to drink. I didn't drink. I went into this pub and I didn't even order anything because the guy that worked there, he was a surfer.
Right.
So you'd go in, and if anyone never turned up for a meal, he says, "Wait, take a seat up the back," and you'd get their meal. So you get free food all the time. Never bought anything. It was great.
Yeah.
But you used to see some famous people in there all the time, and it was wonderful.
Timmy Mallet.
Oh, not that famous.
Sir Jimmy Savile.
Eamon
Holmes.
I think.
Who's the most famous golf? Sean Connery.
See, you used to see him. Now he would carry his own clubs because I believe he went round. There's a thing called a gold caddy, and they cost a fortune.
Oh, he's tight, is he?
And I think he gave him £1 tip, and they're used to getting ridiculous tips, you know. Gave him £1 tip, and they said they wouldn't do it again. So he had to carry his own half set of clubs. I used to see him going about, and who else did I see there? The last people I saw, this is how long ago
the Chuckle Brothers. I'm naming the top people.
Brad Pitt and what was that woman he was married to out of Friends? Jennifer
Bella Emberg.
Jennifer. I saw them.
Blunder Woman, remember her?
Yeah. Blunder Woman.
They must, when you're in the celebrity kind of scene and you're all the beautiful people, you'd want a wee palate cleanser or somebody grotesque. So what I'm saying is, if we hung about the right places in Hollywood,
I've had a theory about that.
J-Lo would say, "Look at that bastard there."
We'd win. I've got a great theory about that, and it's flawless.
Right.
I just mentioned Brad Pitt, and people say, wouldn't it be great to be Brad Pitt? And I say, no.
He needs to maintain that.
No, he doesn't need to.
No,
he's
natural.
He's becoming an older, naturally handsome guy. I'll tell you why you wouldn't want to be Brad Pitt. Because you are always shagging ugly girls.
You're better looking than they are. Oh God.
So
he'd need to clone himself to fuck himself.
It's the only way. Now you can be facetious and say, but what about Angelina Jolie? She tongue-kissed her brother and collects knives.
Angelina
if she lived
Jolie,
next door to you, you'd call the police.
She was going out with that guy, kin the vials of blood. He is uglier than us.
Exactly.
Angelina Jolie's got really ugly knees though.
Oh,
knobbly knees.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, knobbly knees.
So, you would never want to be Brad Pitt because he's always.
I'm led to believe that John Travolta's been having a long-term relationship with his body double.
Now, that. Okay, you got me there. Continue.
Because I think he's a funny one, John Travolta.
He's an odd one.
He's a Scientologist. He if you look him up, he flies about like a Boeing 747.
Yeah,
he owns one.
He's got
But
a runway.
He's got a runway.
House, yeah.
But he had Gucci design his uniform, so he's got this Gucci flight captain's uniform.
It's so weird. He loves a wig.
Yeah, he's bald as a coot.
Yeah,
like Cher.
Bald.
There's a story from St Andrews.
Tina Turner.
No. Well, if you wear a wig all the time, it's suggested you do just shave off the hair. But somebody went in with room service to Cher's room in St Andrews, and she popped up from behind the chaise long, and she was bald as like a cue ball.
Oh, I'd be impressed.
But have you ever, the best wig one I've ever heard? Do you know? Have you ever seen the film Jabberwocky?
Yes.
With him out of Steptoe's son, Harry.
Yeah.
He played like a squire in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this squire's wig, kind of the bowl cut wig.
Yeah.
He wore a wig in real life.
Right.
But he thought nobody knew. So he had his bald head, a wig, and then a further wig on top. So if you watch him, it's just ludicrous. He could have just taken off his day wig and put on a wig, but no.
Oh, that's amazing.
Such was his lunacy. I
remember being at secondary, and they said, look, you're not allowed to have green hair anymore.
No.
And I went, oh, right. So it was slightly long.
What a rebel.
So I never thought I was. I just done my own thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. Looking back on it, it could be perceived that way, but I didn't ever feel that way.
Right.
So I shaved my head off at the top and created a comb over.
Like a tonsure. Oh, God.
And I went in for 6 months with a comb over. I really stuck with it. I was only about 14. And they just gave up. I used to get changed on the bus into this beautiful black and gold caftan with little mirrors embroidered into it. And I'd put on sandals and everything. And one teacher said to me, listen, you can't wear that. I says, oh, my mum and dad says, next payday I'll get a uniform. And they went, oh, right, okay, understood, son. Right, fine. And left me.
That's lovely making.
If my... Mum and Dad, they got me the best at everything. They struggled, they saved, they done without, and I put it in my bag. I put it in my bag and put on a kaftan.
I was once called a facetious little cunt by a school teacher. I was only like 12. I think I've won that battle.
Oh my God.
I quite enjoyed school, but some teachers,
no, I didn't.
Dregs.
I had
Jesus
a terrible time.
Christ, some of them. Little dictator.
Did you get hit by teachers and that?
No, we missed that.
I
wish.
I got that.
Mrs. Chilman, our RE teacher, she could have hit me all day long. She could have thrashed me up and down.
I got punched.
Uh-huh.
I had this teacher, and he was incredibly racist. And the majority of my class were either Pakistani, Indian, and there was a few Chinese kids. And it was just the things he would say were so the fact I got hit maybe once or twice was nothing compared to them getting slapped and the racist things. Yeah. It was terrible. You always wonder how they've grown up with that.
The problem with teaching, you can say this at any job, but you go into teaching as a young person, but you're there till you retire.
Yeah.
And the gap between, say, a 65-year-old man and a 12-year-old school child, they could be from different planets, different species. It doesn't work.
Do you ever think if someone has done well in their exams at school and they don't know what to do, teaching?
Well, in the art world, a lot of people, I'm dread to do it, a lot of people I know went through the whole art thing, and then they went to do teaching.
Well, this is the thing.
And the love of art disappears completely.
But this is it. This is the thing with...
Because it's a secure... Loads of holidays.
You went to art college and stuff like that. Degree?
Yes.
Wonderful. I think it's the worst degree in the world. I'll tell you why.
I can feel my blood boiling.
Could you explain to me how you fail it?
No, there's people that did fail it.
By not turning up.
No, there's people... I heard the story...
You've heard the story from someone who knew someone who failed.
True. I worked from this woman, and it's actually, I'm agreeing with you through. Oh shit! Never. I'll tell you. She was terrible.
Right.
And you had you were marked by the tutors at the university plus external examiners.
Okay.
So it's not just like an exam. It's not binary. You know what I mean? It's kind of nuanced, and the staff had said she's so terrible, we've got to fail her.
Yeah,
she's rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
She's not put any work in. She can't paint. She can't sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
She's done some dancing. It's terrible. She's useless. No, to pass this woman will be a stain on this establishment. An external examiner, in these very words, said, "The poor wee cunt's been here for 4 years, give her a third." And she passed. I heard that straight from the
I rest my case.
So there you go.
And here's where I continue with this.
Right, okay.
There's no such thing as an art degree. And I'll tell you why.
Oh, come on.
Hold on. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Right, okay.
You get your degree. The only real job you can do is teaching. So you teach other people to do art to get their degree.
That's anything. That's like science.
Pyramid. No, it's not. No,
it's like
not.
doctors.
You get cures for things.
No, do they really? I think doctors are making people ill only to stop giving them the stuff that makes them ill.
So you can try and turn this around.
Oh, are you suggesting if a medical school gives a terrible student a degree and he becomes a brain surgeon,
there may be problems?
Are you suggesting that's more problematic than if an art school gives someone a degree and they do a poor oil painting of your West Highland Terrier?
Here's the thing.
That's equally as important.
Within your argument, you give another reason why it's terrible, and you didn't even notice. You said it's nuanced. Now here's the thing.
But so science, mate.
Wait a minute.
So science. Are you an ibuprofen man? Are you a paracetamol
if I'm
man?
working on someone's brain and I cut their foot off, going, I'll be honest with you, I really don't know what I'm doing. People would pick you up on that.
No,
if you create art and I go, I don't like that, you go, well, I have a degree, you don't know what you're talking about.
I think brain stuff, it's just guesswork. They just rootle about in there. How the fuck are they supposed to know what's going on? It looks like a blancmange. There's no structure to it. They just poke. And the thing is with surgeons, if it doesn't work, you die and they burn you.
But here's another thing. I'm going to continue.
Okay.
Now,
whereas if you're a proud artist, of which I call myself, you've done a picture of a watercolour of some old lady and it's hanging on a wall. That's more impact to the world than some guy fixing a leg.
Hold on.
A dodgy ankle.
I'm going to make you feel better.
I think they should I'm going to get a step up. I think they should spend as much money on art in the UK as they do in the nuclear arsenal.
Just take all the cancer research money.
Stop. Open the prisons. sack all the police officers. Just send artists out there. Armies of us.
Check this though.
We little berries.
I'm going to let everyone know listening something.
Right.
You are an amazing artist.
Oh no, I'm not.
Hold on.
You're
not allowed to speak for the next.
I'm not doing any of it
for the next 30 seconds.
I get all made in a factory in China.
For the next 30 seconds,
China.
You're an amazing artist, and I don't think your degree has contributed towards that capability in one little bit.
No, it has.
You have to say that. That's the law.
No.
Prove
it is because
come on, let's hear it.
If someone's an artist and they've not been to art school, it allows artists who have to look down their noses at them. Simple.
Oh, you've made a good point there.
Simple. the thing that gets on my tits. This gets on my tits.
You're getting redder and redder here.
It's people that say they're a fucking self-taught artist. I'm a self-taught artist. Because they're no self-taught. You've not lived in a bloody vacuum.
That's true.
You've seen Tony Hart up until you've seen Rolf Harris.
Oh dear.
You know what I mean? You've seen art programs. You've seen fucking paintings.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
No, you just look down your nose. But I've noticed people who've not been to art school.
Yes.
They often have a kind of weird attitude to art school. They can be a bit funny about it. It's a kind of reverse snobbery. There's artists in this building who have failed in first year at art school.
How is that possible?
I have no idea. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, they failed. I know two people.
You maybe shit in your own hand and threw it about.
I knew one guy who took 6 years to complete a 4-year course. He had to reset first year, which is impossible. And first year, the main concern is dodging members of staff saying, have you considered doing some nude photography of yourself? That's what they suggest. Not so much now, because a lot of that generation have gone. Hey, have you considered maybe doing... I've seen your mother. I'd be fascinated. Could you perhaps do a nude sculpture of your mother? Yeah.
Well, I have to... agree in some part. The system doesn't
Art
work.
school's a wonderful thing.
Because
It's
I
wonderful.
went to Perth College, I was doing audio engineering, and in my first year there, because in the prospectus the word mixing was used, we turned up on our first day, and one half of our class was there to do DJ mixing. They didn't understand what it was.
Lordy.
They thought it was going to be decks and like going to raves. They had no idea.
Dundee College.
And they fucking passed.
Oh my lord. Dundee College they've got a room set up like a kitchen and a shop. It's basic. They teach life skills, as in tying your shoelaces. Some people have no life skills. I shared a flat with a woman who used to boil eggs in the kettle. She put 2 eggs into the kettle and just hold her finger on the switch. I saw her trying to heat up beans in a tin in the microwave oven.
Oh my God.
Some people just don't know.
That's true. Now, isn't that what they do in Norway? In the prisons, they have special kitchens that are set up like a house to teach people. They find the majority of the prisoners do not know how to work a kitchen. They don't know basic skills.
They've no literacy even.
And their reoffending rate's the lowest in the world.
Yeah, you've got to treat it's not very fashionable in this country, but you've got to treat people like human beings.
Agreed.
It's the minute you treat somebody like an or punish them. We've talked about this. We've got a funny thing that's I'd lock them up in a cell for 42 years drinking their own piss. And how does that benefit anyway? You either take someone, a criminal, and shoot them in the back of the head and bury them in a pit, or you put them in prison and try and rehabilitate them.
Yeah. I think that comes from the dignity of the state as well.
Yeah, and allow
yes.
Oh, prisoners shouldn't be allowed to vote. Of course, they should be allowed to vote.
I don't think they should be allowed discos.
No discos, no.
And apart from that,
Kim, I mean, treat people with a little bit. A lot of these people, it's like horrible. The offending rates for like a lot of people have been in the care system.
Yeah,
and you and I, people underestimate. As much as my mum and dad, and everyone's mum and dad can be a pain in the arse.
Yes.
If you don't have that structure, the world's a cold bloody place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kim, I mean, I don't generally need my mum and dad for one day to the next, but there's that support. If something happened, if it all went tits up, they're there for you.
Yes, of
course.
Not
to have that, but never to have had it. Not even to have lost it. Never to have had it.
Never had it.
It's horrible. And and you know what the care system has been like in this country historically.
I'm very aware of it, yeah.
Why should someone who's been through that have any concern for this country or other people? No wonder people are angry.
Mm-hmm.
But we're a strange. We love animals in this country.
Mm-hmm.
We get weepy-eyed. There's a guy on the television, super vet.
Right.
Have you seen him?
No.
He's putting artificial legs on dogs.
Right. Okay.
And fixing cataracts, putting a new tail on, grommets for Labradors, and people watch that and they've not a Hutu concern for some poor dude, some human being. Fix people first. I
think there's something more fundamental base in that as a human, where you will find more of attachment to an animal than it, and it's something to do with the way we can express ourselves because it's a human. It's sometimes difficult for someone. I've had friends that just can't express themselves to their partners, but when you see them to a dog, they're caring and loving, but they can't do that to their partner. It's like there's a barrier there, and I think there's a natural barrier for some people like that as well.
Would you masturbate in front of your cat?
No, never. Never.
No.
I don't want to traumatise them. No.
What you did? I used to have a rabbit.
No, please don't.
And he was called Porridge.
Right.
And Porridge thought I was his life partner. And he would get quite protective of me, but he would come. And
what?
Well, no. But he'd approach me and we'd have a play about. He'd scamper about. But he'd get really aggressive sometimes and frustrated.
Right.
So once or twice I just wanked him off. And it just soothed him completely. It didn't take long. You basically just touched his testicles and he would ejaculate.
Jesus fucking
But
God.
what he would do was...
sitting in a room with you.
He would ejaculate and I'm speaking...
Is that door locked?
No, it's fine. It would go 5 or 6 metres away and he'd spend the rest of the day looking for it because he would eat it.
Jesus,
but when I can understand, because when I was lying there naked masturbating the rabbit, I did feel a great connection with him, and I thought, I don't think I've bonded with a human being on this level.
Can I just go back and say what I intended by my statement was not masturbating rabbits?
Or have I opened up a little bit too much?
I think
I've splayed my soul open.
Oh my God.
My soul's like a pasty has just been split asunder, and all my meaty centres coming out.
Oh God Almighty!
No, have you ever? We used to, when I was a kid, we used to have this Lakeland Terrier, and when it got an erection, its big walloper would come out, but it was gigantic.
Really?
And it was raw.
Yeah, they look.
It was like a red pudding,
very pink,
glistening.
Oh.
But it was so long; it was longer than his leg. So when he'd try and run away, it would like trip him up.
You've caught me out today. I usually have an answer for everything.
I'm just trying to shock you. I didn't actually masturbate my rabbit. I thought about it. I thought, no, in a sexual. Do a man a favour.
You don't know how to backpedal, do you?
No. I would hope. I would hope if I came in here and I was a bit anxious one day, you'd say,
"No,
mate,
fucking hell,
I'll take one for the team."
Oh no!
I could just drape myself in a blanket and have it hanging out. We wouldn't have to look at each other. There was always examples in my hometown where, have you heard of the game Soggy Biscuit?
Yes.
The punks used to play that, and they fucking did as well.
No, they didn't do it.
It's
a rumour.
They did it.
It's a myth.
There was a group of people in my hometown did that. They were always frottering each other and trying to hang each other. They'd play the weirdest. If you've sniffed a bucket of glue, who knows what you get to bloody do.
Oh, God.
You know Paul Ross?
Yes.
Jonathan Ross's brother.
Mm-hmm.
He got addicted to Meow Meow.
Right, okay.
And then he set upon like a gay affair with this guy he'd met in a dogging site.
What?
But not only were they just knocking each other off, they were deeply in love. And it was all down to his addiction to Meow Meow. This drug, remember it was called plant food?
Yeah.
They used to sell it in all the shops.
Get up in Hilltown and everything.
They'd sell it in all the shops. That was a funny time, wasn't it?
That was weird.
That was a very funny. The synthetic cannabis and everything
made you that way, or you were, and it just freed it up.
But what was weird about it, kind of, is a lot of these little affair things you see celebrities are quite tawdry.
Yes.
But I think Paul Ross was very much. He'd write him love letters and shit. Oh. It was really quite a deep bond they'd had, all off the back of this Meow Meow. You didn't see him in television so much, Paul Ross.
Wow, that's a weird one.
The world's a bit judgmental. Yeah, but I felt sorry for Paul Ross because the guy went to the papers with it.
What a dickhead.
What a dickish thing.
If you're in love with someone and then they go to the papers.
They go to the papers with your love letters. Oh, God. I don't think I've ever written a love letter.
That's why I can never get famous. See the amount of shit that could be said about me.
Oh
my
Lord.
God.
Because every one of your exes has developed a strong loathing for you.
I wouldn't call it strong. I would call it...
I wish to see you crushed physically and spiritually.
I always
ground down to a powder.
I always say I bring out that thing in women that makes them want to lash out.
Lash out to you.
So I don't know. They're not. I'll be honest with you. I've never really fallen out with my exes. So every now and then, I'll get an email, or I'll get a phone call, or something.
10 years later, they still think you're going out.
They'll phone.
Are you coming back with that pint of milk?
Well, I had that when I moved in here.
There
was a girl I hadn't seen in 2002 or something. I haven't seen her.
That's a spell.
And then she just got in touch through the business.
Oh, you're right.
And she got in touch. Oh, I haven't seen you. How you doing? And I was like, it's the past, man. Oh. And I don't go into the how you doing. I don't open doors.
No, because you're quite a cold individual.
I'm not a
like a lizard.
I'm getting better though.
Oh.
And it's through this podcast, because remember we started improving how I am in relationships and that.
Oh, did you think that was a successful?
And now I don't.
Do you think that
say
solved?
To my partner, oh, you're fat. I don't do that anymore.
Do you think that solved anything?
No, it's made it a lot worse. My partner recognises when I talk about her because I don't say names. She goes, "You fucking prick."
You also. We spoke about this. The AI technology, the guy that invented like an AI therapist.
No,
but it just responded with these blank kind of nondescript terms.
Oh right.
And people would open, even when they knew it was a very limited thing. People would open up to it.
I've seen a thing like that.
Yeah.
And a guy this psychologist, I don't know, he had a plant. And he put the plant in the room, just like a potted plant.
Right.
And he says, tell that plant you love it. And someone go, I love you. And they're like, tell the plant you love it. He went, I love you. And slowly but surely, you could see these people.
Was it a cheese plant? It's important what kind of plant it is.
I think it was a fern. So I could see the point.
Have you ever seen one of those ferns and when you touch it, its leaves curl up?
Yes.
Oh, you could fall in love with that. It could tickle you.
I was in
you know what I'm saying?
Nepal, as you know. They're called namaste plants.
Oh, wonderful.
And you touch them and they'll close up.
That could just
it was beautiful. We were in the jungle and you had to watch your back because of tigers,
snakes, spiders,
bears,
bullet
elephants,
ants.
everything. And I was just poking these plants. I had no clue of what was going on. Actually, when I was there, it was breeding season for this. I think it was called a red carpet bug. And these bugs, they were about the size of grasshoppers, bright red, but the ground was moving.
Did they climb up your arse and lay eggs?
No, they were friendly. You could just pick them up. But you would crunch. Sorry.
Have you seen those, like, in some of the islands, is the crabs? Millions of crabs.
Yeah, Christmas Island.
Yeah, and have you ever seen a land crab? Holy shit!
Giant, they're a monster. They're from space.
Yeah, they can open like cans of lager. Just they're incredible
Gigantic.
thing. They eat coconuts. Yeah. They can crush a coconut.
You see them sometimes when they're sitting against like a bin.
Yeah,
and you get an idea of the size of them.
They drown if they go into water.
Really?
Yeah, because they have to go down to the water to lay their eggs in the surf.
Right. Okay.
I believe. And if they fall into the water, they've had it. They are incredible things.
Amazing.
Yeah, they'd be good as a pet.
Do you think?
I've always fancied one of those giant snails.
Oh, I know someone with them.
Can you imagine just putting it on your body and just let it slither about?
A friend of mine.
So you're all covered in its.
A Russian friend
trail.
of mine has a couple of them.
Good for eye bags.
You put
them in your eyes.
On your eyes.
The mucus is good for the skin. Yeah,
that's. I don't think I'd want them on.
I would.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw someone with pets, a video the other day, you might have seen it on YouTube, and it's a guy with 2 parrots on a lead, but they're flying and he's running behind them.
Oh, come on. Some of these pet things, I like cats, but some of it's a bit much, isn't it? Some of their videos.
I don't know.
Some of their videos. Just get a room. There's a guy with a parrot on YouTube and it's like, it speaks to him. Have you seen it? You going to the vet now? And it's going, not going to the vet, not going to. And it goes on for 25 minutes, and folk find it adorable.
I saw a guy.
It's like an abusive relationship with his parrot. Know.
Was it X Factor or something? But it was like 15 years ago, something like that.
Oh.
And it was this really elderly guy, but he had a long blonde mullet and he had a really flouncy shirt and he'd done magic with animals. And he said, I just want a world where parrots and humans can live together. And that was his statement at the end of his magic act. It was amazing. He loved his parrot.
Who is that guy in America who Joe Exotic?
Who's that?
You should look up 2 things you should do right now. Stop what you're doing out there. Look up
I'm doing it.
leopard snail.
Okay.
No, sorry, leopard slug mating on YouTube. What? When you see that.
Here's the thing though.
But Joe Exotic, he's the guy that had the tigers in America.
Right.
He is extraordinary.
Okay.
But he's here. You're talking about mullets. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, a good mullet.
He had tigers, but he inbred them, so they all had strange things
They're all
wrong
got
with
wonky
them.
faces.
Wonky faces, and their stripes were like horizontal.
On that note,
is that an hour?
That's an hour.
Oh my god! I've spent.
You know what? We need to stop for your own good. We need to.
Guys, I didn't wank off my rabbit.
It's too late.
It's too late. He's dead now. There's no evidence apart from the videos.
I'm Derek Findas.
Goron for.
I love this. This is the best tune ever.
It's wonderful.
Listen, go. And it's going to fade out now. Bye.
Bye. Oh.